Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are. In this video, I teach you how to make intertwined text in Illustrator. First, you start by opening Illustrator. What I've done is open a document which is about 7,000 pixels by 7,000 pixels. Press T to bring up the type tool, and then written out my text. The text I've gone for is upside down, inside out. At first reflects the way things go in life. Sometimes swings and roundabouts, ups and downs. Things can go topsy-turvy from time to time, but it's important for us to stay ahead and keep ourselves upbeat. So what I've done, I've created the text outside in one box, down in another box, and then proceeded to reflect down on the so you go to Object, Transform, Reflect, or press the right bracket key on the keyboard and choose vertical. And align these two, change the color of the second word to something that is more visible, because you have both of them over each other, it's quite hard to see. And then from this you go to Object, Intertwine. Once you've selected both objects. So Object, Intertwine. Once you select both objects. And click Make. Then you circle around the bits you want to intertwine, and the program Illustrator does it for you. What I've tried to do is select the points in which are overlapping on curves, so that way it gives it a nice flourished-ish effect. It's also worked on straights and diagonals. Then you center this text, and then we move on to the second phrase. For this, I've chosen to use the word inside, which I've done in Myriad Pro. Which is a humanist typeface without steros. I've decided to opt out of Myriad Pro and choose something a bit more impactful. So I've used Impact and decided this wasn't correct, so I've gone back to use the Myriad Pro. But for this to stand out, such as out, you need to create something that's a bit more bold. So comparing these two fonts, I've decided to go back to Impact and change the point size to 4,000 pixels, and the color to grey once again. To make sure the colors are correct on both, I've used I to bring up the eyedropper tool and selected the grey, which is in the down. Change the font back to Impact. Change it to 5,000 pixels. Laid it on top. then adjusted its line to a point which looked suitable. Once again, you can use intertwine with this, because the letters aren't the same size and don't have the same consistency. You can opt out of this, which I've chosen to do. You can go back by pressing Command Z on the keyboard, or Control Z if you're on a Windows computer. So after experimenting with this, I found doesn't actually look the way I want it to look. So I press Control Z, Command Z, sorry, and go backwards in many steps. And change the blending mode, which you can find by the two circles of the owl, to overlay. And delete the backdrop. After selecting the color from the text, to make sure the colors match up. Then adjust the opacity as I feel this looks better and is more legible. Delete the background. Align the text. And press Command C, Command V to duplicate this. Move it onto the second sheet. I use the first one as a working area and the second one to create the final graphic. And then once we've got this into a place I like, I press M to bring up the rectangle tool and create a box that almost aligns to each corner, and adjust the opacity of it by creating a lighter tone. Then Command bracket, left bracket to bring it to the back, and then save it. And once you do this, you've got the final artwork, which is upside down, inside out. I hope you enjoyed this and have a good day. Thank you for your time. Alright, bye.